let's talk about how to set up fenders. Let's go. So if you're on a boat or a yacht that doesn't have a fender hook, then we're gonna do a clove hitch on the railing. Let me preface this video by saying there's more than one way to do this, and every program is different in how they set up, but this is how I do it. So I have the fender hanging on the outside of the yacht and the working end on this side with me. I'm gonna go around once and then cross that working end over that line, pull the excess line through, then keeping that line in my right hand, I'm gonna take the line in my left hand and go around again and underneath the line in my right. So now you have two parallel lines with a line over the top that constricts those two lines together. I also do this little knot at the end. You could do a half hitch here, but this is always my go-to to make sure if for some reason the fender doesn't give consistent tension, the clove hitch doesn't get loose. A little side note, you might end up with all of this extra line, and different programs will want you to do different things with this excess line, but what I do is the old chain link method. It's fun to pull out to. Keep in mind, if you do this method, your line will most likely end up right against the edge of the boat here and will actually rub through the paint, so make sure to put some sort of chafe gear on there. Let's say you do have a fender hook though. So I'm going to show you how to feed this through. Bigger yachts, you're going to use fender hooks, but some smaller yachts, you might not, but it's still good to know. These teeth here are what keep the line in place and prevent it from slipping through. So pretty basic, 1, 2, and 3. And to get this line in between the teeth, you're gonna want some tension from the other end where the fender's hanging. Pull towards you and down. Now this baby is not going anywhere. And again, I'm just gonna do that little chain link method just to make it look pretty. We also have these type of fender hooks, which is similar to the ones that I just showed, but these go. Because this particular yacht doesn't have a wraparound deck, we use these on either side of the yacht. Something else that you have to take into consideration when you are setting up fenders is what type of dock is it? Is it a floating dock or is it a fixed dock? This is gonna determine the height that you put your fenders at. You'll see floating docks in areas where the changing tide levels are pretty drastic. When you're on a floating dock, the boat and dock move together with the tide, so you'll have your fenders hanging just above the water. Fixed docks are in areas where the tide doesn't change too much, so your boat is moving up and down with the tide while the dock stays fixed to the pilings. So you're gonna set up your fenders where the dock pilings end up hitting the boat and right underneath the rub rail or the widest part of the boat. Hope this helps.